you feel like you're alone and you feel like it's only you and you're in your bubble. And I wish I had someone at that time who could just pull me aside and, hey, it's gonna be okay. It'll be okay. So I wish I knew that on the other side of your pain is something good.
Now this video is very near and dear to my heart because it kind of speaks to my journey about being a student athlete. As a person that failed the 6th grade, socially promoted to the 8th grade, special education classes, wasn't picked to make it through high school, let alone go to college and get a master's degree. Both parents passed away of cancer early on, dropped out of college for 2 years, then got back into college, and then graduated at 25 years old. My senior year, I was sleeping in the bunk bed. So at that time, I remember thinking that it was only me that was going through these things. I would never want to go out. I would never want to talk to people because I always felt like I was older than everyone else. In my mind, I felt like when people would go out, it could be anywhere, because I've never been a person that went out and drank or went to clubs or parties or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's never been my scene. But I used to tell myself, this is even added reason why I shouldn't do it, because I'm going to feel like somebody's chaperone. Everyone else was graduating at 22 years old, 21 years old, and I'm graduating at 25 years old. I just got in my head a lot of times about the things that really shouldn't have been in my head, right? Because my story's different, my journey's different, right? And I think a lot of times when you think about college, you think that, everything is going to stop. Like when you go to college, back home, whatever home looks like to you, it's just going to be crystallized and stop and be ready when you get back. And then when you go to college for a semester, you find out something crazy. Maybe your parents are getting divorced. Maybe your parents are together, but when you go back, they didn't turn your doggone room into a den. Maybe the house got foreclosed. Maybe grandma passed away. Maybe you failed your first class. Maybe like whatever those things are to you, I hope this video helps you to realize that you're not alone. You're going to be going through some things. And by knowing that, you're more confident going through those situations. One thing that just popped in my mind is, I remember when my mom was alive and I was a freshman in college, I would be the first person that would be I would be the first person ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas break. I would pack my car. So at the end of that class, I can just go straight to my car and then drive home. That was my thing. I already have my car packed. I'm not waiting. Go home. I've been that person, and then I've also been the person after my parents passed away of someone that didn't have a place to go home to, right? A person that tried to sneak back into the dorms to have a place to live over the break when everyone else went home with their parents, right? So throughout that time, you can tell yourself, man, I'm the only person who's going through this. I'm the only person that has to deal with this. I'm the only person that has to wonder where I'm going to sleep or what I'm going to eat or if I'm going to be able to have enough money for gas or if I'm even going to have a vehicle. Or it's easy to get yourself in that mindset because, again, I was 25 years old sleeping in the bunk bed in college my senior year. Let me say that slower so you understood what I just said. I was 25 years old sleeping in a bunk bed, okay? In college as a senior. You don't think I had those thoughts in my mind that, oh man, poor me. Nobody's going through this. Why me? And what I'll tell you is other people are going through it. Other people are going through it. I'm not here to try to say some people have it worse, because when you're in that mindset, that's the last thing you want to hear. And furthermore, I don't like when people say that because it makes it seem like you shouldn't have feelings, like you shouldn't be affected by things that you're actually experiencing. I'm not trying to belittle what you're going through. I just want to let you know that you're not alone. I want you to know that that you shouldn't feel weird, you shouldn't feel bad, or you shouldn't feel that you don't belong because your storybook ending for college doesn't look like someone else's. Your storybook beginning didn't look like everybody else's because you didn't come from the right neighborhood, the right high school, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're the same place they're at. Sometimes you may have to work harder. Sometimes you may have to apply yourself a little bit differently than everyone else. That's fine. That's fine. But the last thing I want you to do is to go back home and just say, this is not for me because I didn't make the grade that everybody else made, or I'm not getting the boyfriend, or I'm not getting the girlfriend, or they didn't choose me to be a part of this fraternity, sorority, or basketball team, or band, whatever those things are. I don't want you to feel like that you're alone and you don't belong. because that's just not the case.